Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Ty with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at the trends for Bitcoin as compared to the equities markets around the world, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Additionally, I would really appreciate it if you could help spread my easy to understand analysis out into the world and this helps with people who it helps people make more informed decisions, especially people who are new or people who don't do a lot of analysis. You can do that by smashing the like, ringing my bell for notifications, and hitting the subscribe button, and leaving comments and questions in the comment section or on my Twitter. So with that, let's dive in and take a look at the trends. Make sure my screen share is on. So once in a while it just doesn't work properly, but here we go. Crypto market right now, heat map, it's looking much better than earlier this morning. We got Bitcoin 30.2k up 0.68%, dominance 44.39, Ethereum roughly 2.1k up 91 basis points here, dominance 19.18%. Overall, pretty decent day, but yeah. Here's the crypto market cap. Market cap is a 1.3 trillion dollars, and is up 0.87%. So that's baby steps, trending up. Equities market in the U.S. looked amazing today. Look at this, mostly green, bright green across the board, except for the consumer defensive. A little bit of mix here. Walmart tanked pretty bad, 11.38%. Mix here in discount stores. I mean, red to muted red in the discount stores. And more greens in like grocery, farm produce, beverage, etc. But that would be the only sector. Consumer defensive would be the only sector that's not doing as well today. Everywhere else, really nice. Microsoft 2.03%, Apple 2.54% up, Google 1.66%, Amazon 4.11%, Tesla 5.14%. So all the tech companies that are correlated with Bitcoin or crypto, they're like having a fantastic day today. So really good, looking good for the U.S. market. So let's dive in and take a look at the trading view charts here. On the far left, we have the U.S. markets, Bitcoin on the top row, and U.S. markets on the left column. The middle column is European and Stochx 600. And then we have the Australian and Asian markets on the right column here. And then far right, we have the watch list, which we're going to go through right now. For the watch list, we have Nasdaq up 2.62%, and that's at 12,564. SPX at 4,088, and that's up 2.02%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, 32,654. That's up 1.34%. So all three are doing so well today, as you saw on the heat map. Volatility index dropped almost 5% here, and that's at 26.10. Dixie also dropped slightly, 86 basis points, down to 103.29. U.S. 10-year yield up 3.78% at 2.995. Let's go down and check out futures here. U.S. oil, $113.52 per barrel, down 18 basis points. Gold at 18.14, and that's down 59 basis points. Silver, 21.60, and that's down 3 basis points. Just looking at this, it's more risk-on environment today, and for equities, and you can see here gold and silver, they're down. So those tend to be more risk off. when they go up. Let's take a look at the Forex here. Euro is stronger than the dollar by 4 basis points. The pound stronger than the dollar by 1 basis point, and the dollar is pretty neutral to the yen. So Dixie, it's we'll take a look more trends over here, but yeah, it's looking weaker than the some of its bigger partners today. So over here, let's take a look at Bitcoin. From yesterday, market opening here, it went up, right? And then hours before the market opened today, it tanked and then had a bit of recovery. So how does that connect with the positive correlation with Nasdaq and SPX indexes? So market open today, Nasdaq went up, you got SPX went up, you get and Dow Jones Industrial Average pretty much went up. So, but Bitcoin dropped while it went dropped at first, then it went up. So partial positive correlation there. But if you look at the overall trend from yesterday's market opening to today's market opening, pretty much positive correlation pretty much held there. Let's go down and take a look at, before we do that, let's look at the 7-day trend here. 7-day trend is on the upper end of the 7-day for the Nasdaq, S&P 500, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So that's good on the upper end of the 7-day moving average. Dixie, since market opening yesterday, has been tanking and continues to trend after the market opening today. How does that compare with Bitcoin's as far as negative correlation? So Bitcoin yesterday, from where it opened the market to today, if you look at it, overall, minus the choppiness, it's a trend up while Dixie went down. So negative correlation on average held with the Dixie and Bitcoin. US 10-year yield, you can see here the yield since market opening yesterday has been trending back up. And on the 7-day range, it's more in the middle of the 7-day range. By the way, the Dixie is on the bottom of the 7-day range. And so back to the yield here, the US 10-year yield in the middle. Since yesterday, it's been trending up. Yields rise when price, opposite of price. So if yield rise, price is dropping. So price drops when people sell. Let's go over the European markets here. UK 100, since US market opening yesterday, it's been rising and it's on the upper end of the 7-day range. So looking good there. The DAX from Germany is on the upper end of the 7-day range. And since market opening yesterday for the US, it went up. Same thing with the CAC 40 from France, upper end of the 7-day trend, pretty much replicating the other two. Stock 600 on the upper end of the 7-day trend, big time. Really nice bullish movement here. And but in the recent period, it's trending down. But if you look at the 7-day period, it's way up there. So what do we see? We see U.S. market recovering, and the European markets are recovering, and most are on the upper end of its 7-day moving average. So that's good. That's good. Markets are recovering. Let's go over to Australia. Australia, same thing, on the upper end of its recent period, a 7-day period, but it's recently trading slightly chopped downward. But overall, on a 7-day period, looking really good. Nikkei 225, last trading period, slightly choppy upward. 7-day period, just on the upper half, not upper end. On the KOSPI here, last trading period, recovering, and on the 7-day period on the upper end. HSI from Hong Kong, really good recovery in the last 2 periods here. And 7-day period is way up there, putting in new 7-day highs here. The CSI 300 from China, Shanghai, last trading period trending up, and 7-day period on the near the upper end. So overall, across the board around the world, the equities markets look like they're having a really good time recovering in the last 7 days. So looking really good for equities. So you're thinking, if equities is recovering, so with more upward movement, why isn't Bitcoin? Because if you look at Bitcoin compared to 7-day trend, it's more in the middle, if you will. It's more like in the middle, right? While the equities are in the upper trend. It could be because we just had a major issue with Terra Luna crash in the market. That could have residual impact, in my opinion. So it might take some time for the positive correlation to click back into the tech stocks. So, but looking pretty good so far, barring any macro environment factors coming our way. There's still a bunch. So that's much it. I appreciate your time. Feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts and comments or questions in the comments section. And I will see you in the next video. I will no longer do Luna on Tuesday. I'm not doing Luna anymore. I think, you can read my tweets and find out more about it. But anyways, I will see you in the next video covering the macro news for the equities and crypto market. So I'll see you in that video, and I will find a replacement for Luna for Tuesdays. So see you then. Peace.